IA, song reaches its peak, and your arm goes cold with tiny bumps. You are not afraid. You are not freezing. You are moved, and your skin reacts. Run your hand over your forearm right now. Feel the little hairs. Feel the pores they grow from. At this moment, they are flat, relaxed. But something can make them stand up in an instant. A cold wind, a sudden fear, a piece of music. Tiny muscles yank each hair upright, and the skin around them puckers into bumps. We call them goosebumps. The reflex has a real name, piloerection, the standing up of hair. Here's the strange part. You barely have any hair left to stand up. So what exactly is your body trying to do? Why fluff up a coat you no longer own? To answer that, you have to go back. Not a few thousand years. Millions. Look at a cat that meets a dog. Watch what happens along its spine. The fur rises. The cat doubles in size. That is the same reflex. The exact same wiring. Every hair on the cat's body lifts at once. And suddenly the animal looks bigger than it is. Bigger looks stronger. Stronger makes a predator hesitate. For a furred animal, this is a real weapon. A fluffed-up creature might win a fight it would have lost. Now picture a cold morning, deep in the past, an early mammal covered in thick fur. The temperature drops, the hairs stand up. They trap a layer of warm air against the skin. It is a living blanket, raised on demand. Fur up means warmth. Fur up means size. Two survival tricks, running on one simple reflex. So the wiring made perfect sense for an animal with fur. But then, something happened to us. We lost the fur. Over roughly 1 million years, human bodies went bare. We started to sweat instead of pant to cool down while running. Thick fur would have cooked us. So evolution shaved us down to almost nothing. But here is what evolution did not do. It did not remove the machinery underneath. The tiny muscles are still there, every one of them. Each hair, even the fine invisible ones, still has its lever. The wiring still runs. The reflex still fires. We kept the button. We just lost the fur it was attached to. Think about what that means. When you get goosebumps from the cold, your body is still trying. It is raising a coat that vanished 1 million years ago. The reflex does not know the fur is gone. It fires anyway, faithfully, uselessly. You are watching a ghost move a muscle, but the cold is the easy part to explain. The real mystery is the music. Why would a beautiful sound raise your hair? There is no predator, there is no cold, just a melody and a wave of bumps down your arms. This is where it gets deep. The goosebump reflex is controlled by the sympathetic nervous system, the same system that handles fear and threat and sudden arousal. To your ancient wiring, a powerful emotion and a powerful threat look almost identical. A surge is a surge. The body prepares the same way. In 1980, a researcher named Avram Goldstein studied this. He called the musical chill a thrill. He found it came at moments of surprise, a key change, a voice breaking. The exact moment a song does something you did not expect. Your brain flags it as significant, as big, and the ancient system responds the only way it knows. It fires the fur. There is a name for people who feel this often. Researchers found that those who get frequent musical chills tend to score higher on a trait called openness to experience. Their brains may be more richly wired between hearing and emotion. The music does not just enter their ears. It reaches something older underneath. So what is really happening when a song gives you goosebumps? A sound wave enters your ear. It becomes a signal. The signal reaches the emotional brain. The brain decides this moment matters. It sends an alarm down an ancient pathway. And at the end of that pathway, thousands of tiny muscles obey a command from a world with fur. You feel awe. Your body feels threat. And they use the same door. Now think about awe itself. That feeling at a mountain's edge, under a sky full of stars, at the swell of a choir, at the birth of a child. Awe raises your hair too. Some scientists believe this is not an accident. Awe may be the mind meeting something bigger than itself. And the body responds the only way a small animal can when faced with something vast. It braces, it bristles, it stands its hair on end. The same reflex a cat uses to face a dog is the one you use to face the universe. Consider how personal this is. Goosebumps from music are strangely specific. The song that raises your hair may do nothing for the person beside you. The chill is tuned to your memories, your meaning, your history. Your body is reacting to significance only you can feel. No other animal weeps at a melody. No other animal shivers at a sound with no danger in it. This may be one of the most human things your skin can do. And yet the mechanism is ancient, older than music, older than language, older than us. There is one more strange layer. Goosebumps might not be entirely useless after all. In 2020, a team at Harvard found something unexpected. The tiny muscle that raises each hair sits right beside the stem cells that grow new hair. The nerve that fires the goosebump also feeds those cells. In furred animals, prolonged cold triggers the reflex and, over time, signals the body to grow a thicker coat. The goosebump may be the first flicker of a longer response, a short-term bristle, and a long-term command to grow. We may have kept the reflex not by pure accident, but because it was wired into something we still need. So the ghost is not entirely a ghost. It still touches the machinery of the living skin. Let's return to that moment. The song, the peak, the cold arm. You now know what you are feeling. You are feeling a reflex older than your species, a survival trick for warmth and for size, fired by a melody that threatens nothing at all. Your body cannot tell the difference between a saber-toothed cat and a soaring chorus. To your oldest wiring, both are simply overwhelming, and it answers them the same way. It reaches for a coat that is no longer there. Here is the final thought. The next time a piece of music raises the hair on your arms, remember what is really happening. A creature that lost its fur 1,000,000 years ago is still trying to bristle at beauty. You are not just listening to a song. You are feeling your ancient body mistake wonder for the wild. And in that mistake, there is something perfect. The animal in you does not have words for the music, so it answers in the only language it has ever known. It raises its fur, and it calls that feeling awe.